I can think of one good reason why I would give up on a project, another day out here getting ready to cut out the panel for the floor. So I'm gonna lay that out on the sheet metal there, kind of space it about how much I left for this lip in here, and then we'll cut it out, because there are a few spots like right here where it's rusted pretty good back, you know. So without having to cut all that out, I'll put some primer in there and prime that since I've got it cleaned up, and then sit that metal in there, spot weld it in, and then I can seam seal around it and it'll seal everything out. So that's the plan for that. So we'll get this traced out and cut, and then get it put in. Alright, so we got it cut out. I test fitted in there. I left it a little bit long because when I roll beads in it, it's going to shrink it a little bit. So I might have to end up trimming an edge off once we get the beads put in it, but it should fit pretty good. So we'll go ahead and put a couple lines through it just to give it some rigidity, and then we'll be set to do the next thing, get it welded in and be done with floors for a minute. We got the little old bead roller set up, so I'm just gonna go make some lines on that floor pan, and we'll see if we can make some semi-straight lines doing this all by ourselves. Alright, so I laid out some lines on here. Just kind of spaced them what I knew I could get in the throat of this. We'll put them in there. Not going to go super deep on them because I don't want it to shrink too much, but that's the plan. We'll just roll these out now. It really is crazy how much strength that these give the panel. Alright, remember how earlier I said I was going to spot weld this in and then seam seal it? Well, after I cut it out, I got it fitting pretty dang good. So I'm actually going to try to weld everything I can and then seam seal it in the spots that I can't. Sound like a plan? I think that'll work better. So anyways, we got the beads rolled, put the floor in there. So once we get that done, then shoot, I don't know. I gotta think about the right order of operations for this, because we still gotta paint, we still gotta sandblast everything else and paint the inside of this. I guess I could do that on the truck. And get this put in, put it on the truck. Then we can figure out our brakes, we can work on floors, we can do our trans tunnel, and do all that stuff. So sounds like a plan. Get the floor put in, set it on the truck. boring. Took a while, but it's done. So excited about that. Pretty much what we're gonna do now is get the inside of this prepped to paint and then get it set on the frame so that we can continue building stuff. I don't want to paint it just yet, but I don't want to have to sandblast the inside of this once it's on the frame. So we're gonna make it work. I know that. A lot of you, maybe some of you will say, hey, that's not the way to do it. Sorry. Wish you were here to help me. If I can think of one good reason why I would give up on a project, it's that if I had to do that to the entire car. I don't know how you restoration guys, I guess you just pay somebody to do it, but holy cow. Not for me. But we got it done, so it exposed a little bit of surprise rust up there. So I'm gonna have to fix that. But other than that, she's just about ready for some paint on the inside and the firewall. So we're doing the inside of the truck, and the firewall is gonna get repainted because it looked like it had been painted with like house paint or something on the inside of the firewall. So, but all in all, still making progress. That's the good thing. Measurable progress. So guess I'll get all this sand vacuumed out of here and move this sucker back into the shop. If you like that, click like on the video so other people can like it. Thanks. I think me taking these straps off is kind of like the equivalent of me saying, I think this is on there to stay. Not gonna guarantee it, but maybe, hopefully. I got the engine pretty well stripped down too. Just gotta do a little bit more cleaning up on it. I think I'm gonna pull the valve covers off and repaint those, and probably pull the exhaust manifolds off to paint the block and stuff like that. Water pump. Got a new cap, rotor, plugs, wires, all that good stuff. So just a matter of working it into the schedule of getting that painted, and then we can slide it in too. I've been doing a lot more working than I have been filming, so I apologize for that, but at least you're getting updates, right? So we got the floor seam sealed. It's curing right now. What else did I do? Oh, did a little bit of seam seal up in here where it's not going to get welded. And then our floor will weld here and overlap right there and then tuck back into that corner. So sealed that up so that we don't have to worry about grit and grime getting up underneath that point. So anyways, little progress here and there. We're just gonna keep plugging along at it. I think I'm done for the day. It's my youngest's 3rd birthday, so. Alright, I know that I told you that I was done for the day, but I've got a few minutes, so I'm gonna throw some primer on this firewall, just because I want to. So, got some primer here. We'll get her primed up and ready for a color. I'm still trying to decide what color I want to do on the firewall. If I want to do black or like a gray color. So, anyways, primer it is though. We can do that. Man, this brush sucks. Got a good brush now. We're gonna call it a day for the rest of the day and pick it up another time. So thanks for hanging out with us and hope you guys are enjoying it.